Be ready. He been asking for this fight for a minute too. So he got it.
But I will say this. This is the fight people wanted to see. I like when fighters are not afraid and to give the people what they want.
Coming to get him.
You would approach it differently.
Gervonta Davis has revealed that he is planning a return to the ring in a recent interview with Shannon Sharpe. The star fighter explained that he is getting ready for another major bout after spending some time away from action.
Davis is rumored to return this summer at 140 pounds versus Pitbull Cruz.
Gervonta Davis out of the driver's seat. Cannot pick and choose who he fights anymore, I don't think. I think he needs a tough fight like this one. Because he said it out loud. I don't want to fight that guy again. That hard-headed guy. I don't want to fight him.
Picking Cruz over Roach. Interesting.
He doesn't want to see Roach.
It's at 140, too. It's not at 135. Yeah. This is all rumors, by the way. I mean, this is him going finally to 140, where there are some massive fights for Davis. If he comes back as a full-time fighter, could we potentially see Shakur and Davis at 140?
Gervonta Davis has shared that he intends to step back into the ring during a recent conversation with Shannon Sharpe. The boxing star explained that he is getting ready for a major fight following a stretch of inactivity.
Gervonta Davis was supposed to fight Jake Paul in November, had legal issues, hasn't fought since March of last year when he fought against Lamont Roach. I'm told that he's in advanced talks right now to fight a rematch against Pitbull Cruz that would be at 140 rather than 135 like the first fight this summer. I expect it to happen.
Gervonta Davis revealed in a recent interview with Shannon Sharpe that he plans to make his return to the ring. The boxing star stated that he is gearing up for a big fight after being inactive for some time.
Pitbull Cruz it's just a fight that no one asked for.
First fight was good and it's plausible and their names, but it's not like there's this great demand.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that it won't make up to be a good fight. They have two styles that clash, and I think it will be a good fight, but it's just a fight that no one asked for.
Who would you like to see Gervonta fight?
I think that everyone wanted to see him, do the Lamont Roach rematch.
Yeah, there's unfinished business there.
But look, I do like this fight. I like Devin said. They fought in December 2021. It was a very good fight. Some people thought that Pitbull almost pulled it out, right? It was very close, down the stretch. He took it on short notice, Max. And let's not forget, Pitbull's coming off of a draw with Roach. So Pitbull was impressive in that fight. A lot of people picked Roach. It was a legitimate...
Haney also took aim at Davis, describing him as someone who has not lived up to his full potential despite his natural ability. He said Davis is capable of achieving far more in boxing, but has not consistently faced the top-level opponents. He added that Davis has the talent to reach another level if he starts taking on tougher challenges.
I think that, Gervonta Davis, I think that he's a, really good fighter. I think that he's an underachiever. I think that he has so much talent. I think that, his outside issues is, stopping him from, reaching his full potential, and him just not, wanting to test himself against the best fighter.
Max Kellerman also sided with Devin Haney and stated that Gervonta Davis must face leading opponents like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney to create a lasting legacy. He explained that Davis is still missing signature wins over elite fighters that would secure his place in boxing history.
Gervonta fight Shakur, or fight Devin, or fight come on, Devin and Ryan fought, Shakur and Teo fought. These guys are calling out each other. They want to fight. They're the best, and Gervonta should be in that group. He makes different kinds of business decisions. That's on him. He's done well in certain ways, but in other ways, when you tell the truth about what happened, the story of the era, he was the lightweight champion of the world. He's trying to become the welterweight champion of the world, and Gervonta is not interested in that. So that story has to be
attraction, but he doesn't really have a legacy. He doesn't.
And I also remember when, if I'm not mistaken, when I was at 140, they were saying that I was too big for Gervonta. Gervonta was saying that, come down to 135 for us to fight. We'd have to fight at 135. And now he's going up to 140 and fighting Pitbull Cruz, who's really not even, I wouldn't say he's even a real 140.
However, Sharpe came to Gervonta Davis' defense following criticism from Haney and others. Sharpe said fans are still eager to watch Davis compete and praised him for stepping in against challengers. He added that Tank does not duck opponents and is ready to take on anyone willing to face him.
The reason why I like Tank Davis, And I'm upset with Earl Spence Jr. and Bud Crawford because they ducking one another. One of them is the number 1 fighter in the division. He wants to fight the number 20th guy. The other guy is the second or third guy, and he wants to fight the number 13th guy. Fight each other. This is why you guys don't get the credit that you deserve. Like what they did in the 80s when Leonard and Hagler and Hearns and Durant and the fifth horseman, Iran Barkley, they fought each other. In the 70s, the heavyweight, Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Norton, Skip, they fought each other. Why are you ducking and dodging one another? You got the business to fight. Now you want to pick fights. Oh man, I want to mess up my undefeated record. I want to try to make much money as I possibly can. That's why y'all don't get the praise. That's why y'all don't get the...
Gervonta Davis stepped away from boxing as legal issues began to build around him. Just 2 weeks before the fight, he encountered a serious setback when his former girlfriend filed a civil lawsuit in Miami-Dade County.
This is not the first time Davis has made headlines for his run-ins with the law involving domestic violence. I tried to speak with him back in 2022 as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail for allegedly hitting his ex-girlfriend outside his Parkland home, causing injuries to her face. In 2020, he was seen on video grabbing his ex-girlfriend by the throat at a celebrity basketball game. While Davis is known for his fight in the ring, it is his fight with the law that he is facing off with once again. And Davis is expected to face a judge at some point today, likely this afternoon. We will be there.
According to the complaint, it was alleged that on October 27th, 2025, Davis approached a woman at a Miami nightclub where she was employed and acted inappropriately toward her. The lawsuit also stated that there had been multiple previous incidents of alleged assault during their relationship.
2025, 3 months before this alleged incident, the boxer was arrested on a battery charge, accused of assaulting the mother of his children on Father's Day. This is video of him not speaking to cameras when he was released from TGK. The charges were dropped. In 2023, he was charged with battery, accused of slapping a woman. Florida prosecutors dropped that charge after the victim said she did not wish to proceed. In 2020, he turned himself in after this video that appears to show him grabbing the mother of his child out of her seat at a charity box.
Antonio Tarver, a respected veteran in boxing, shared concern about Gervonta Davis' recent legal issues and emphasized that achievements inside the ring alone are not enough.
I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but, there's this mindset, the fight with Lamont's not signed yet. Apparently he's going to fight Jake Paul. It's in and out of boxing right now.
Hey, man, I don't know, but, get these guys the bag so they can get the hell on if they not committed and dedicated to the sport. All they want is a bag. Give them a bag so they can go, bro. I mean, let these fighters that really want it, let's parade them. Let's get behind them. Let's support them. Let's build them. I'm not saying I don't know what happened. But I just hope and pray that young man get it together. He's at the top of his career, prime of his career. I would want him to be remembered more by the things that he's doing in the ring rather than out. But, sometimes you got to win in life, too, before you can get in that ring.
He encouraged Tank to reflect seriously on his personal life and develop beyond just being a talented fighter.
Life is harder than any opponent that we can face. And I just hope he get it together, bro. I feel like a lot of these young men don't have no mentors, bro. It ain't no more handlers in the game, bro. It ain't nobody taking care of the camp. These guys out here on their own frequency, bro. And I just think there's no more leaders in the game, bro. They're not going to where that real energy is that can really humble these guys a little bit. We only got a short period of time to be professional boxers. This is over quick, bro. And you don't ever want to live with no regrets. That'll hunt you, bro. That'll hunt you when you know you had the ability to.
This latest arrest contributes to a history of previous allegations involving Davis. Around 2 years earlier, he was also detained over similar accusations related to inappropriate conduct toward a woman, and that incident received significant media attention, which brought his past behavior back into public discussion. The fact that these events appear to be recurring has raised questions about whether Davis has made real efforts to change, or whether the same patterns are continuing without any real correction.
Learning more about his criminal history, Local 10's Roy Ramos is live in Fort Lauderdale with all of the latest developments. Roy.
Sanella and Louie, and we just obtained the 911 calls made by this alleged victim. And in it, you can hear her screaming to that dispatcher to send help because she is in fear for her life.
Hey, Devontae, what do you have to say about the charges against you?
No words from 28-year-old star boxer Gervonta Davis as he bonded out of the Broward County Jail Wednesday, a day after he was arrested for allegedly hitting a woman at his Parkland home.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
Davis facing a Broward County judge hours earlier for the
domestic battery charge. In December 2022, Davis faced heavy criticism after being arrested on allegations involving misconduct toward a woman, an incident that received wide coverage in sports media. In another separate case, footage from a basketball club circulated online showing him grabbing the mother of his children in public, which sparked strong backlash. These repeated situations have led to concerns about decision-making during emotional or high-pressure moments and have increased calls for greater accountability. Previously, it was also reported that Gervonta Davis stepped away from boxing while legal issues were building around him.
Can she provide all them information to you?
Well, let me ask you this. I was just talking to her. What if she told me that you beat the out of her and you jumped on top of her and started punching her in the face? Should I just go ahead and take that as...
but don't you know...
It's your side of the story. Give your side.
You just talking to her, though. With the information that she gave you, can't she tell you...
You want me to just take everything she says?
I'm not from here.
Okay, but you want me to just take everything she says as fact?
All I'm just saying is I'm not from here. I don't know her exact address.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not asking for her exact address. How did she get here?
She drove with my car. Yes, my car.
To get here?
Yes, my car.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you give her that car?
No, I did not.
Did you let her drive that car?
Yes.
17 Bravo 3 Well, she got here. From wherever she lives, she drove the car here. So
Davis has admitted to struggling with anger and has publicly apologized for his past actions. In interviews and statements after previous legal issues, he acknowledged that his behavior was wrong and expressed remorse for the impact on others. He highlighted that he is actively working on self-improvement by attending anger management programs to better manage conflicts and emotions, both in and out of the ring. While he has said boxing has always been his outlet, he also recognizes the importance of professional support to stop personal issues from turning into legal problems.
Going on, he appeared on the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer and talked about the incident. Like I said, admitting that he made a mistake, of course he did, and said that he is seeking professional help for an anger management problem. Take a look.
I was just mad, and once I seen her, I grabbed her by her neck. I just told her, I grabbed her like I should, like, you gotta get out of here, type thing. Like, and I probably was wrong for doing that. I was wrong for doing that, but it wasn't so much of a, not me trying to hit her, or it's just me. You know how like somebody, you angry at a kid? I'm a fighter. If I touch you in any kind of way, like as far as fists, I'm gonna hurt you. So it wasn't that. It was just me removing her from that situation that she didn't supposed to be in.
Does Gervonta have an anger problem?
No, I have. I say a little. Just a little. Yes, I had to talk to somebody professional. It wasn't because I had to. It's more so because of the situation. Just like in the future, know how to deal with stuff in the future.
Of course, I want to applaud Gervonta for seeing a professional and acknowledging that he needs help. But at the same time, you're 25 years old. Yeah, I mean, it still looks like he's trying to kind of explain it away.
Davis has found himself involved in major controversies, particularly when they are linked to difficulties in managing his behavior away from boxing. Tank Davis is considered one of the most gifted fighters of his era. He came from very challenging circumstances and worked his way up through discipline, hard training, and exceptional talent to reach the top level of the sport. His rise from a tough background to becoming a world champion has inspired many supporters who respect his strength and determination. However, incidents like these can overshadow his success and harm the legacy he has built over time. Problems outside the ring can easily take attention away from an athlete's achievements and influence how the public perceive them.
I sit up there in front, I'm disgusted in Gervonta Tank Davis because this young man is a champion. And when I say a champion, he's really, really a champion in life. Beat all the odds and you're about to throw everything away. because you got a problem with your hand.
Max Kellerman openly criticized the idea of a Gervonta Davis rematch, saying it appears to be driven more by financial gain than by sporting significance. He claimed that Davis is focusing on bouts that bring in major pay-per-view money instead of consistently challenging the toughest fighters in his weight class. He added that rather than pursuing less demanding or commercially motivated rematches, Davis should be facing top-level opponents, such as Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, to strengthen his legacy.
You know, I gotta say, Devin, I get it, like, everyone fights for money. We're not stupid. This is prize fighting. This is your business, how you make a living. But I do get the feeling that Gervonta has been kind of more upfront about, man, I'm fighting for the money. So he's doing his thing. But there's trade-offs to this. I get the feeling like you are, yes, you're fighting for the money, but you're also interested in proving your greatness and leaving a legacy. And so there are trade-offs. Gervonta, I'm not anti-Gervonta. I'm just stating as a fact, when you make those business decisions, you never wind up fighting Lomachenko and winning that fight. You're not the actual champ. You just have a belt. You've made a lot of money. Maybe you're being smart. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying then when we talk about who is the actual champion.
Many boxing fans and analysts have described the proposed rematch as a money-driven move, arguing that it goes against what Davis previously said. After their first fight in December 2021, a close unanimous decision where Cruz won the full 12 rounds, Davis often indicated that he was not interested in an immediate second fight and suggested in interviews that other opponents made more sense for his career or that rematches were not necessary. Now, with discussions of a Cruz rematch reportedly moving into advanced talks for summer 2026, critics believe the decision is being driven more by financial reward than by sporting legacy. Since the matchup does not carry the same weight as potential fights against top-ranked names like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, many argue that Davis's direction reflects business priorities, especially after previously planned bouts with higher-profile crossover opponents fell through.
Brother said he wanted a rematch years after, when he said initially that Pitbull Cruz doesn't deserve a rematch.
Does this deserve a rematch?
Hell no. Booyah! Booyah! Listen up. First of all, when I saw those X posts, right, and you're seeing them everywhere, right? You see all these things, and I'm not going to read them all to you, but I mean, Gervonta was on X getting busy, post after post after post. By the time I saw it, I tried to go and find the post myself, and the guy deactivated his account again. So when Tank posts, you got to be on it. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I told you guys I'm not going to talk about Gervonta unless he's talking about fight. Obviously, he's talking about fight. The funny thing is, Pitbull Cruz, he responded to a potential rematch against Lamont Roach by saying that he ain't Tank. He'll give a rematch.
Okay, do the fans want a rematch? Do you guys want a rematch? I'm not Gervonta Davis. I'm ready for a rematch right away.